Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in. Come on in. How are we doing tonight, Doc Remy?
Hey, I'm in the building, everybody.
We're in the building tonight, folks. You know what time it is. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific on that West Coast. Oh, I'm over this way. Welcome, everybody. Hey, thank you for joining us tonight on Hoka Hey Talk. We have one lined up for you. I'm telling you, man, this gentleman here is a great storyteller. He has a lot of good information about the Hoka Hey. He has ridden in the Hoka Hey 3 times. He has ridden it in 3 times. Now, I know, man. You know, you know what I got to do, Doc? I got to give him this right here, just because. Just because. Look, I had never ridden it before, but listen, 3 times, and he signed up. He's going out for his 4th time riding the challenge, and he has a story about 2018, man, that I'm telling you, every rider or everybody that's looking to participate in this challenge should be on tonight to hear about it, because it's definitely inspiring, and it would definitely get you going to just give it your all, without a doubt. The spirit of the Hoka Hey. That's what I want to say. The spirit of the Hoka Hey. Yeah. So how you been, Doc?
I've been okay. I'm trying to, really get into this Hoka Hey.
I'm really excited. Indeed.
I want to feel it. I want to be a part. I'm a loner. It's people might not think that, but I do like to be alone and drift off. But I want to be part of the spirit. I want to feel that.
but you know what, Doc? Here's the thing about it. If you ride the Hoka Hey like it was laid out, as a warrior going out to fight, a soul warrior going out to fight, and you will have that spiritual feeling. You've heard, I guess, how they have their spiritual moments and how they've experienced things out there by themselves where they come back. They say you'll come back a different person. And I really and truly, if you ride it to the spirit of the Hoka, you would definitely come back a different person.
So you came back a different person? Did you come back a different person each time?
Oh yeah. First time I came back there, I was mad at myself. I was like, just do better. You know what your mistakes are, and so they said, man, you was nervous, you was scared, you was a rookie, and
right.
and the thing about the Hoka Hey is, once you complete it and you get those patches, it says professional. So when I got that patch and it says professional long distance rider, I came back fire in me, man. I came back like I'm a professional rider. You know what I'm saying? And I'm supposed to give it my all. It's just like going to the Super Bowl. Who wins the Super Bowl is somebody who is calm under pressure, who can go and execute, who can just block out all the distractions and make it happen. And that's what I did, man. The second go around, I just blocked out all the distractions. Wasn't worried about it, wasn't scared, knew how to recover from making mistakes. But hey, it's not about me tonight, man. It's about the snowman.
I know. Sure. I be wanting to learn. I be wanting to get some tips from you too. Hello.
Yeah. I'm here, man. I'm here for anybody that's willing to ask or want to learn something. But listen, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring our guest in tonight, Mr. Thomas Snowden, aka Crazy 8, and we're going to ask him how he got the name Crazy 8. We're going to ask him about how he come up with the flamingo. I don't even know how to just call it, man. The flamingo kid. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just bring him in, Doc. Come on in here, Snowman. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Hey, man, we're doing outstanding, man. First of all, we just want to give you a big old round of applause for joining us tonight. Indeed. Yes, sir, indeed. So I know I spoke about you doing this Hoka Hey 3 times, signed up to go out and do your 4th, but I have to ask you, who is Thomas Snowden, aka Crazy 8?
That's kind of a tough question. I'm just an average rider, average guy. I try to, do good to people and help people.
He said average, Doc. Look, he said average, Doc. That's not average.
I'm an average rider. I'm nothing special. I tell you that. That's all I can say. I'm just an average rider, and I just try to do things to help people and try to do things with charities and give back, I guess.
Right. Prior to riding your first Hoka Hey in 2018, what type of riding resume did you have? I mean, were you working on it, and how did you find out about the Hoka Hey?
I found out about the Hoka Hey through a magazine, and then I became friends with members of the AMVETS Post 29 out of Mount Clemens, Michigan, and one of their members had rode in the Hoka Hey, and he come walking into my place with his vest on, and he just had the partial Hoka Hey stuff on it. His center patch was their AMVET patch, and I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do this. So then we got talking with him, and it just went from there. And we hosted a big fundraiser for them. I think it was in 2017. And I met Paco and John Levins and Eric Buscow and Mike Richardson for our Tour of Honor sponsor here in Michigan. Guys like that came out to it and got talking more. And, I did the interviews and signed up. And then the night of that party, that fundraiser, John Levins come up to me and he says, hey, you got accepted and you got your number. And of course, well, what's my number? And he says, you're 888, you're 888. And he said, we've already nicknamed you. And I've never been a nickname guy. It's not my thing. And he said, well, we're calling you Crazy 8. And I thought that sounds kind of cool. That's not bad. So yeah, I can live with that. So that's basically what happened. There's a nickname.
Okay.
John Levins and them guys come up with it.
Okay. Shout out to Big John Levin, man. We've had him on the show before, when we had Beth and Junie on. He's a board member. He's a rider. Great guy. I call him Big Bro, man. And he definitely inspired me and motivated me to finish during the 2022 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. So shout out to Big John Levin if you're looking tonight, man. Love you, big bro. And thank you for all that you do for the organization, man. We got a lot of people joining us tonight, Doc, and I'm going to turn it over to you because I always like you to start off with a question. But I just had to get that out of the way. So, but first, we're going to recognize a couple of people that's on with us. We got Scuba Steve. We got Bolo on. Big Mike 1328 on. We got Kinky Harley Black on, rider number 1096. Shout out to you two, Kinky, for you overcoming some adversity, something very similar to what Snowman overcame. D-Bell is on with us. Creative Views, thank you for joining us. April.
I put the doctor in front of it.
I'm just messing. Hey, man, I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, man. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. People are still coming in. Shout out to everybody. We're glad to have you on tonight. So listen, Doc, I know I've been eating my gums, but please go ahead and just introduce yourself to the Snowman and just fire at him.
All right, Snowman. Like I told you in pre-production, I want the Hoka Hey now. I didn't want to do it before. So, but part of going out and doing the Hoka Hey, I feel like I need to have my family and I need a balance. So my first question to you is, how would your family describe you on the motorcycle versus, no, let me take it back. How would your family describe you outside of the motorcycle versus on the motorcycle? And how do they support you?
Well, they support me with, constant encouragement and things of that. And I don't think they think of me any different on the bike or off the bike. I know they worry about me. I just sometimes just get up and get on it and head out somewhere. But I don't think family thinks any different one way or the other. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Here's a follow-up. Who are you outside of riding motorcycles?
I'm just a average Joe blue collar guy wrenching on Peterbilts and Kenworths and Caterpillar equipment and beating my ass up and wishing I had more time to ride. I mean, to be honest with you, it seems like between work and between this bar in my backyard, it takes up a lot of time that I could be out there riding. And you've always got those brothers and friends that are letting you know that they're pounding the miles while you're sitting on your butt doing other things. And it would just be nice to be able to catch up to them.
Good deal.
Okay.
Hey, folks, we just got word that we have some audio issues. If we're not sounding right, Doc, how are you tonight? Just speak right quick, Doc, so we can confirm. You're good?
Yeah, I can hear you and I can hear Snowden.
Okay. Snow, you hear me fine? Audio,
Yeah,
you hear me fine?
I can hear both of you.
Okay. Good deal. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. Maybe we need to fix something, but yeah, we're gonna keep right on rolling. So, Snowman, where are you located, by the way?
I'm near Port Huron, Michigan. I'm actually in a town called Smiths Creek, which is 10 minutes from Port Huron. Port Huron's the biggest town right by me. We're right by the twin Blue Water bridges, bottom of Lake Huron, where connects into the St. Clair River. There's just the last couple of years they put up a new Tuskegee Airman Memorial right there under the bridges.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a nice little memorial.
Okay. So you're in the upper north area up there. Weather's up there is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was in the middle 20s. Now today it's almost 50 degrees. So it's just Michigan's got weird weather because of the lakes around us. Right.
I know, man. When we did the Rat 48 with Sharif and David, we got up there, man. We hit it at night, and I'm telling you, it was freaking cold. And this was in the summertime, man. It was still cold up there at night. So yeah, indeed, it's crazy weather. But what I want to know is, let's take me back to 2018. 2018 for your first challenge. I want to hear about your prep and then your expectation of the ride. How was your prep and what was your expectation for it?
My expectation was wanting to finish. I didn't care where I finished at. I wanted to say that I finished it in the way you're supposed to. And my preparation, I probably over prepared. I changed all kinds of things on the bike. I packed way more than I needed. I just lost sight of the prize, so to speak. And I actually crashed on the bike the Saturday afternoon on our way to the community center, just because I turned my head to the right for just a couple seconds, wondering why we're not slowing down. How come the group I'm following isn't slowing down? We should be slow. I should be seeing brake lights. We should be turning into the community center. So I turned my head to the right to take a look to see where I was at. And when I turned my head back, all the brake lights were on. And I was about ready to rear end Paco and the girl he was seeing at the time. So I just shot the bike around them and lost control of it. And then the bike and I went end over end. And I just remember I remember waking up to the voice of Dana Darcy talking. She was saying something about, oh, he's got bugs on his hand. Let me get these bugs off his hand. And I could feel her touch of her hand wiping something off my hand. And that's when I came to. And then I had I don't know who, an emergency personnel on a helicopter. A helicopter came in, and they let me know that they were going to fly me out, and I pretty much told them to F off. I wasn't getting on their damn helicopter, to which we kind of argued back and forth a bit while I was still laying in a ditch. And they ended up calling my girl Rachel, and she asked them, well, what's he telling you? And she said, he's telling us he's not getting on the effing helicopter. And she says, well, he's fine then. And yeah. But they did take me, and I told them, I said, I don't need a helicopter, just get me in an ambulance, which they brought an ambulance, and then they got me in the ambulance and got me to the hospital. And I think it was Wichita Falls. And they checked me all out and, put me in, I don't know, that tube thing, whatever the hell that's called, and checked me out, and nothing was broke, nothing serious. He said I was more than likely had a concussion I landed on my face. And the AMVET riders from Post 29, they all showed up. They showed up with my phone, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Right.
And they came in the examining room where I was at with my phone. And I immediately called my mom because I knew she had, I assumed she probably had heard about it already because of Rachel. So I called my mom and got my mom on the phone, and I told her she needed to sit down for what I had to tell her. And she was oh my God, what's wrong? And just as I was getting ready to tell her what was wrong, the doctor come walking back in. And I looked, and I said to my mom, I says, well, Mom, they're getting ready to unplug me. This is it. And of course, my mom just she says, oh, you son of a bitch. She says, what the hell would you tell me that for? And the doctor just started cracking up, and the AMVET guys were laughing. And they finally they left, went back to Medicine Park, and they arranged for somebody from Medicine Park, a citizen of Medicine Park, came and picked me up from the hospital, got me back to where my bike was. And between me, Dave Fournier, Double A, couple guys, Big John Levins, we found a T-post, a fence post, a T-post, and we were able to straighten my handlebars up enough for me to still ride the next morning. And so I started out at the starting line with everybody else, and felt like I was doing pretty good the first couple days.
So now that's at the that is not even at the start. That's just getting there.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I really screwed the pooch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a whole full turn.
Yes, it was. Yeah, but that's how quick it happens. I mean, I just turned my head for a second, thinking, why aren't we stopping? We should be slowing down and getting ready to turn in the community center.
Right.
And I took my eyes off the prize, so to speak, and shit happened.
Okay. Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. and so moving forward, right? You crashed, and then you get back up and you continue, and then you did it again. What is keeping you going? And then I'm looking at you. I've never met you before. And so I'm going to throw this out. You look like an older gentleman. So,
well, no. Yeah, I'm damn near 65 years old. Yeah, I'm old.
Okay. So what is keeping you going a time after the time? Once and twice, and
the brotherhood and sisterhood. I mean, it's like a family now, and everybody just treats everybody pretty much equally. I mean, you don't hear too many squabbles. You might hear some squabbles on Facebook over political crap, but when we're all together, it's just family, and it's a damn good feeling, and everybody's just got everybody's back, and it's just a great feeling. It's just a good feeling, and then the feeling of wanting to succeed and do your best, and it's just I don't know anything else that beats that.
Okay. Any military affiliation or anything like that? Sports wise, did you play sports where you have that type of camaraderie? I know a lot of time people will exit that career and they still be looking for that camaraderie, or they still be looking for that feeling of brotherhood.
I've
Or
never
they
served.
join an MC.
Yeah, well, I've never served in the military. The school I went to was Marysville, and I played football every year that you could play. So I was, in my senior year we went undefeated. There was a brotherhood there where we all looked after one another. I was a hang around at a couple different MCs in our area, and I just never wanted to cross that step and join one. Other than the Hoka Hey, I seen when I read about the Hoka Hey, I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this someday. And then when that gentleman walked through the door of my place with that vest on, that was it. I needed to know more. I wanted to know how it went, more about it, and
Right.
Sure.
Indeed. I know Creative Views. Jeff says, what was the motivation to do the Hoka Hey? What was your motivation?
I think the adventure of it, just the line by line directions and sleeping next to the bike, and it just really appealed to me. And it was just the excitement of it all, and the not knowing. It's just one of the things you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's right. That's right. And I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for even showing this, because I remember at one point in time it was taboo to even talk about the direction. But just to let people know, no GPS, line by line, plus or minus distance, turn by turn, road name or number only receive the next set once you reach the next checkpoint. And if destroyed, you are SOL. So I'm going to take this down because I might get a phone call.
You're in so much trouble.
I'm in so much trouble, man. I don't know, Dad got it. But the thing about it, though, is, folks, that is the heart and essence of the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge back in 2018. And every year, I don't know if it changes. Do you feel as though it's changed from 2018 to 2022, 24, going into 26? Do you think it's changed? Do you think is the thrill still there? Is the adventure still there? The challenge still there?
Yeah, all the above. All of that still remains the same for me. And obviously, things have changed from 18 till now. Some of the rules are different. Some of the things, speed limits, things like that. So definitely things have changed, but overall it really doesn't affect anything. I think we all go into it wanting to do the best we can and follow the rules, obviously. So yeah, I think it's pretty much still the same. It's definitely the same challenge and excitement. Okay,
that's good to hear. That's good to hear, because I've been trying to get somebody on from the very first challenge, to talk about it then, because then it was a race, then it was a money involved.
Oh yeah,
it was people running for a prize. So now we're running for the esprit, we're running for self-challenge, we're running for that adventure. Yeah. Okay, good deal.
Hey, Crazy 8, I got one for you. What goes through your mind during the hard miles when you're tired, alone, and you're pushing through? What is going through your mind?
I never listen to music on my motorcycle. I just don't do it. But I sing to myself, and I'm not that good a singer. So when I start finding myself really tired, I'll just start singing and trying to remember words, something to keep my mind up. The gremlin bells, I've got them up higher on my bike. I've got them up by the handlebars and stuff. And sometimes I'll smack them and that helps keep me awake.
Mm.
It's just little tricks. I mean, little things that it's not for everybody. Everybody kind of finds their own little thing that kind of helps to wake them up or keep them going. The last challenge in 24, I did finally. I've got a Cardo system on my helmet where I can, hear stuff, and I'd finally plug in some rockabilly music, and when I would get tired, and my feet would just be tapping on the floorboards and head bopping and trying to sing along, and that helped me a little. But once you get to that point where I've learned from 2018. I know now when I'm at that point, I need to stop.
Okay. Yeah, and everybody have their own style and techniques of riding. And everybody ride is different. I say that because you're riding with some of the most elite riders in the country. Your top 10%. The guys like, and I don't want to call names and misname, but you got guys like the Riot. You got guys like Chris Hopper. You get Fetty, Diesel, KSolo. You're riding with guys that ride thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. See that, blame it on the head, not the heart. Out there riding that Indian right now, the old man, Pat Cornell. Yeah, Pat Cornell. So the thing is, man, is you're riding with the most elite, and then you will be riding with people who sit there and say, I just want to give it a try. I just want to see if I can do it. And I try to encourage people, if you're going to go out and do the Hoka Hey, it should be a self-challenge to you. To sit there and say, right. I went on this battlefield and I gave it my all. Don't sit there and hold back and lollygag and bullshit around and just sit there and say, well, I did it. Go out and say, I know I gave it 110%, man. Because you're riding with some of the best, man. You are. It is the Super Bowl for a lot of long distance riders.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Doc, what do you think about that? You think you're ready to go out there ride with some of the most elite riders in the country?
Well, just as I was saying that I was not scared, then you just put it back in me talking about you got to go out there and give it your all, and you riding with the elite and this and that. Like you got to finish and give it. What? Come on now.
What Doc? I mean, it is. I mean, audience, would you agree? I mean, we got Scuba Steve on with us. We got Marky Mark on with us. These guys are getting ready to go out. Buffy, shout out to Buffy, man. She won a great. We got David, Big Dave. He was probably like in the early rise of it all. Big Dave. Who else we got up here? So the thing is, man, is I would say you are riding amongst the most elite riders in the country when you do the Hoka Hey. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, without a doubt. So I'm all over the place with this tonight because there's things that I want to hear in particular because I want to see how you handle them. So going back to 18, we crashed, even get to the start line, and then we take off. You say you weren't feeling good.
No, I was a couple of days. Well, when my bike decided to go end over end and sent me sailing, I landed on my face. I had the shield on it, but the shield still smashed into my face. So I had some pretty good gouges, and my shoulders were sore and this and that. And of course, the doctor, it warned me. He says you shouldn't be riding a motorcycle. You probably more than likely have a slight concussion, and you shouldn't be doing riding or driving. And I'm like, there's no way I'm missing this. So I found out that I was still eligible. They said I could still, if I can make it to the finish line or starting line, that I was good to go. So there was no way I wasn't missing it. I was not missing it.
Okay.
But it was a tough ride. I slept deprivation. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't sleep. I would try to sleep, and it just wasn't happening. And I probably, and not to scare people away from it, but I probably should have died a dozen times. And I have other riders, Richard Eastman and Kenny Kenworth Brown. They were right behind me, and they chewed my ass. Get off the bike, get some sleep. and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't for 3 or 4 days straight. I couldn't sleep. I might get an hour here, hour there, but not a good. At least if you're not getting at least 4 hours, I think you're going to run into problems. At least for me. And I think it was day 5. I was now away from Eastman and Kenny, and I rode out to where one of the turns were, and I decided to turn around and go back and wait for them to catch up. And on my way heading back to meet them, I fell asleep again, and I rode down into a ditch and got end over end on the bike again. I was going slow, though. I was probably only going 20, 25 miles an hour. I was on this little 2-lane country road. And I got myself out of the ditch. I'm like, how the hell am I going to get my bike out of this ditch? Well, luckily, 3 farmers come rolling up on an old rusty Ford. And between the 4 of us, we got my bike out of the ditch. My handlebars were now broke pretty good and bent up. My engine guard was all bent. The bike was just a mess. So I got back on the bike. I went to the nearest gas station and parked in the back and started trying to straighten stuff up and getting everything figured out. And, what am I going to do? The bike was just too messed up. And at this point I realized I'm going to kill myself, or I'm going to kill somebody, or both. And I gotta go home and get this bike fixed. I'm not a big money guy. Like I said, I'm just a blue collar guy. So I didn't have the money to roll up to a Harley dealer and say, hey, I need my bike fixed, and I'm going to sit out here and wait till it gets done. I've pretty much have done most of all my own wrenching on it. So I just started heading home, and found I couldn't make it. I was going to crash. So I had my girl Rachel come pick me up. I think it was on the Tennessee-Kentucky state line. And she come and got me. I got a hotel and slept, criped the whole day and part of the night till she got there, and then got the bike, got my bike back home and got another good day of sleeping. And then I went back to work. And in the meantime, I started trying to find parts. The bike I was riding was a 1998 Heritage Springer, which at that point, handlebars were obsolete. A lot of the parts were obsolete on it. You couldn't go to the dealer and get them. And so I started scrounging up, trying to find parts through, different individuals that specialize in that. And it took me about 2 weeks to get the bike all put back together. And the whole time I kept going back to work. And then when I had the bike back together, I went to the owners of the company I work for, and I let them know, hey, I'm taking off. I'm going back out. I got to finish that ride. If I don't go back out and try to finish that ride, it's going to haunt me the rest of my life. They weren't very happy with me over that, but they allowed me to do it. They said, well, if that's what you need to do, then you better do it. So I got back on the bike on a Sunday morning and rode back to the spot where I had crashed in the ditch, and I started over. And from that point, everything went smooth. It was like everything clicked, and I was able to sleep. The directions went good. Of course, I probably would stop 5-6 times at different places and ask people. One time I walked into a hairdresser with all my gear on, my helmet on, and with my directions. Hey, am I on the right road? And so a lot of times I was stopping and asking people just to make sure, because there was nobody else. I was out there by myself. Mailman, I'd see a mailman, a postal worker. Hey, a lot of people helped me. One time I stopped and asked an old man at a fruit. He had a fruit stand on a corner, and he ended up saying prayers with me. We prayed together, and then he gave me a bag of fresh peaches to take with me on my journey. And so it's met a lot of wonderful people. A lot of people helped me, and I ended up, all the checkpoints still had the banners up. They still had the directions, so I was able to get all my directions like everybody else did. I was able to sign the banners like everybody else did, and I finished it. I just finished it 2 weeks behind everybody else.
Okay. So I want to ask you this. Why was you only getting 1 hour sleep? what was your day pattern like? You know, from sun up to sundown, and why only 1 hour of sleep?
I couldn't sleep. I would stop to sleep and I would just toss and turn, and I just couldn't sleep. So I just would get up. I would get up, pack up my sleeping gear, and get back on the bike and go. And I would be good for a little while. And then I'd be in bad shape. I'd be in bad shape. Countless times I crossed the center line with cars coming at me. Never no close calls. I mean, there was cars coming at me when I would cross the center line. And just had Kenny Brown one time pull up alongside me and scream at me, you need to stop, get off your damn bike and get some sleep. And just things. I was just out of sorts those first 5 days. And I don't know if it was because of the initial crash. I can't explain. I just couldn't sleep. But we would ride it would be dark when we left in the morning, and we'd ride till well into the dark.
Okay. Wow, man. Wow. And like I say, man, everybody's ride is different. Everybody's story different. Can y'all hear me, Doc?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's ride is different. I was in the back there trying to fix some audio issues that I was having. But hey, we're going to keep this thing rolling. Incredible story for 18, man. And then you jump into 20. You jump into the 20 ride.
No,
you didn't do the 20 ride?
I was signed up to do the 20 ride, and I was doing a Iron Butt Tour of Honor ride to get the 7 memorials in the state of Michigan. And I think I was on my third or fourth memorial, and I had 2 deer come out on me on the west side of the state of Michigan. And I was able to dodge the first deer, but the second one T-boned me right in my leg, and I ended up fracturing my the bone right below your kneecap. I forgot the name of what the hell it's called, but tibial plateau. That's it. It was a tibial plateau that was fractured, and I was out. I was out the entire summer, but. When I got hit by the deer, just from the adrenaline, I didn't go down. I kept the bike up. When I seen I couldn't avoid this, when I couldn't avoid that second deer, I actually leaned my bike into the deer so that when it would impact me, it wouldn't completely knock me over. And then I continued riding for 45 minutes to an hour till I got to the next memorial. And that's when everything swelled up to where I realized I can't get on or off this bike. So people at the park where the memorial was, I had people helping me get on the bike, get off the bike, help me get set up and camped out next to a tree. My Hoka Hey brother, Dave Fournier, AA, I got a hold of him, and he got a trailer, and he come all the way across the state from where he lives, 3-4 hour ride, but probably a 4+ hour ride, and came and got me and loaded up my bike. Him and an old man at the park got my bike loaded up, and they got me home. And then from home, they got me to the hospital. But so that's how I missed 2020. So my next ride was 22, and I was successful with that. Everything went good.
And 22 was, I ain't gonna say it was smooth, but we started out on a good note. We didn't have any accidents. Course was good. Bike was good. And what bike did you ride?
In 22, I rode. I bought a 2020 Road Glide Special. That's what I rode in 22.
Okay. Nice. I think the Road Glide is the ultimate, man.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I'm not knocking any other bikes or any other model. I know I hit a deer. I know I jumped a berm, and just that platform, the stability of it, and the way that it cradled me. I think that's the only way I survived, because the deer hit me on the right side, and then the head hit the front fairing, the hind quarter swung around, smashed my leg, and all I felt was just a rush of fire, rush of heat. And I'm like, shit, my leg is broke. I said, my leg is broke. And I'm like, I was scared to slow down, kill the deer, slow down, and I was scared to put my leg down, because if I put my leg down and the bone is broken, the bike is going to fall over, and it's going to. So I leaned it to the left side, put the kickstand down, and got off the bike, and I was like, oh my God, man, that's just crazy. And that's the thing about riding the challenge, is you will ride into the night. you will sit there and say, well, I want to ride 5, 6, 7, 800, 1,000 miles a day, and it'll take you into the night. And you just have to be aware of the dangers, the risks. Make sure you got the right lighting. Shout out to David Bell. I know he's helping a lot of people with their lighting. Did you modify your lighting? Did you upgrade your lighting?
Oh yeah, I might have the numbers right. I believe they're D7, Denali D7s on my crash bar, and then I've got, I think, D3s, Denali D3s up on my fairing on the bike. So I see good now, real good.
Okay. Yeah, folks, man, invest in some good lighting for your scoop all the way around, man, all the way around, because you're definitely gonna need it. We're just rolling right along, man. Some great stories. I know Rich sent me a picture, and I'm gonna try to pull this picture up, and you can maybe help me out with. I think you were speaking about this gentleman. Just give me a second, right quick. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna bring him to the stage and tell him. This is the gentleman you were talking about.
That's the bike I was riding.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bike I rode in 18.
Okay. That's a Springer front end on it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. I rode prior to the Hoka Hey in 2018. I'd rode that bike all the way to California from here in Michigan, and that bike's ridden in every state except Alaska and Oregon. Just didn't make it to them 2 states yet on that. And now that I ride that Road Glide, I don't know if I could ever get on that and ride a long distance again with the way that thing vibrates and shakes. But she was a good girl. She was a damn good girl to me, that bike. And I still have it. I still own it.
Okay. Nice, man. I tell everybody, if you have an old school, hold on to it. Hold on to it. You know, just like you, Doc, just like me. Crazy thing is, I was just out on my 09 today, and I parked, went in, got me a burger, and this gentleman come in. He said, "Hey, man, is that your bike out there?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my bike." And I was like, "Oh God, what happened?" He said, "Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just backed into your bike and I hit it." And yeah, he said, "I hit it, man." And he said, "Come take a look at it." So I'm like, "Oh God. No, not my baby." So I go outside, and what happened is his tow hitch hit my front rotor and bent the rotor. So it wasn't too bad. I didn't stress over it, you know. But that's my girl, and the contractor said, "Hey man, don't even worry about it. I get my insurance on the phone. We're gonna take care of it because I ride too." And sure enough, man, he got me his insurance. Called his friend who had a tow truck, took it to the dealership. It's already sitting at the dealership. They'll say, "Hey man, we're going to get on it probably tomorrow and get you taken care of." So it happens, man. It happens. So, but the thing about it, I'm saying, is hold on to your old school bike because they are more valuable. The resale value is higher on the older bikes than the newer bikes. So listen, Doc, we're rolling right along. We're about 43 minutes into this right here, folks. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with the next half of the show. So stay tuned.
What's going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine. Always a proud supporter of KSolo. Everything he does, his rides, everything like that. Amazing association, man. I'm proud to be associated. Y'all take it easy. We'll see you around.
And just like that, folks, we are back, man. We are back with the. Come on, Doc. Oh, Doc.
And we are back. I was trying to. She was talking, man.
I'm slipping, Doc. I'm slipping, man. I'm all over the place tonight. Maybe I did get shook up when my baby got hit, man. But we have on with us tonight Thomas Snowden, a.k.a. rider number 888, a.k.a. Crazy 8, out of Upper Michigan. He's ridden a Hoka Hey 3 times. He's going this year for his 4th time. He's finished in 34th position. He completed in 11 and a half days. And then a couple of things I want to talk about is your charity organization. Now, I definitely want to give a shout out to your charity organization. Who will be riding for this year?
Hunter Hospitality House here in Port Huron, Michigan.
Okay.
they buy up a bunch of older homes around the hospitals, and then they, refurbish them, restore them. And if families have loved ones in the local hospitals here, say they're, a little bit out of town, they put them up in these houses for free. And so that they're close to the hospital, close to their loved ones.
Okay. And folks, I really would like to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run their commercial right quick. So just stay with us, take notes. If you want to donate, it's a great organization, man. So I'm going to run their commercial right quick because I want to just give you a shout out, give your organization a shout out to Snowman. So yeah.
In 1991, the second of our 4 sons, Hunter, was born prematurely. Even though he passed away at just 16 days of age, his short life has served a greater purpose.
Thanks to the generosity of our incredible community, on what would have been Hunter's 20th birthday, the first Hunter Hospitality House opened. Now, his memory is honored by providing free lodging for people who need a place to rest near the hospitals in Port Huron.
Hunter Hospitality House has 2 bed and breakfast style homes for adults only, along with a private home for families and children. All 3 homes are located across from our hospitals in Port Huron and are available to anyone medically treating in the Blue Water area or a loved one who feels that they need to be close by. In the last 10 years, we've provided over 10,000 nights of free lodging for over 2,000 guests.
The Hunter Hospitality House has always been an essential partner at Carmano's McLaren Port Huron. They're conveniently located across the street from the treatment center and offer free transportation when needed. Registration is fast and easy. Even the American Cancer Society recognizes the importance of Hunter Hospitality House, easing the burden of travel and worry during their cancer treatments.
I'm a nurse here in the community, and taking care of patients is all about mind, body, and spirit. And in that is taking care of that patient's loved ones, giving them that peace of mind, that comfort, knowing that their loved one is just moments away from where they're staying. With all the amenities of home, that's Hunter Hospitality House.
And folks, I just want to run that brief clip for Hunter House, and make sure you go check them out. We also have their information right here on the board. Hunter Hospitality House. If you want to donate, now, do you have a link to donate, Snow, or do they just go ahead and just donate straight over to the organization itself?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to.
I don't have the link.
Okay, I always want to do that, folks. There's the number right there. There's the link. Make sure you please go over there and donate and help the Iceman out and help this organization out, because anytime that they're working to help families out, man, that are in need, especially when they have a child in a hospital or something like that, that's always great. That is always great. So, Doc, I'm going to let you roll with it, and then I'm going to jump back on him too.
Okay. So, is there something unfinished that you chasing? Is it I know you said it's the brotherhood and the spirit. Is it something deep down and personal that you are chasing that's unfinished that got you keep going, going over, again and again? Or what are you chasing something? Is my question. Something unfinished.
No, I don't believe I'm chasing anything. I enjoy the adventure of it. The sights you see, the people you meet. It's just once you get your head, you get everything figured out, and it's just a great time. It's a great ride, and some of us get it figured out quicker than others, and it's everything from packing what you take to how you're sleeping and what you're sleeping on and how your bike is set up. It's just an adventure. It's a great adventure.
It's a lot of you testing your intestinal fortitude. There are going to be moments of doubt, the moment of doubts. How do you deal with the moment of doubt? How do you deal? I mean, you are, I want to say you're a jokester, but you have a sense of humor. You laugh at life, man. You have to bring it. So the thing is when you have those moments and you're just beat down, you're physically beat down, mentally beat down, how do you deal with it?
the last two challenges I've done, I never got to that point where I felt mentally beat down. 2018, I did the first 5 days. The first 5 days, I was just mentally beat down the entire time. But it taught me a lot. So I got past that point, and that first one, and it probably happens to a lot of us for our first one. You're so nerved up about it, and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm forgetting to do this, or I'm forgetting to take this or that. And it ends up, for me, 3/4 of the stuff I took, I never even used or needed. And it just works out. You get through it and you figure out what you got to do.
What for someone like Doc Remy who's considered riding it, what advice would you give them?
My advice, which is the same as a lot of veteran riders and the elite riders, is first of all, ride your own ride, and it's easier said than done sometimes. You definitely just ride your own ride. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Who cares? And then my only other advice is simple too: is pack less and sleep more. I mean, it's just simple. I mean, some people can get by with 3 hours, some by with 2. Me, I 4 hours, and I'm ready to get back on the bike and go all day. And I found I don't get that sleep deprivation. But again, everybody's different, and you find out. You figure it out.
Okay, Solo, how many hours of sleep did you get while you were out?
Oh, good Lord. I was more on a mile per day. So it depended on how many miles I logged. I think, shortest may have been 2 hours. I know for the first 2 or 3 days, an hour here, 2 hours here. It was pretty much the adrenaline rush. I was like the rabbit in front of the greyhounds. I felt as though I was running for dear life. So the worst feeling that I was gonna have for somebody to pass me. Once Lionel, once Dave, once Eric, once Riot was falling back, I kind of was like, okay, now I'm that rabbit. So I'm running for it, and it just kept me going. And then for my first Hoka Hey, I was just like, okay, just survive sun up to sundown. Let's ride into the night. Let's ride into the night. And then we bunked down that first night, and we was in the middle of the we weren't in the middle of the depth. It was just on the outside, sleeping on just like this right here. And but it just got to the point where I was like, I'm just ready to get this over. I'm ready to get it over. It started sucking. My butt started hurting. My shoulder was hurting. My head was hurting. Everything just started hurting. And so I just said, man, I'm just ready to get it over. And the only way I knew the pain to stop was to cross that finish line. So that was me just internally pushing myself. Yeah. And like I said, everybody's gonna ride their ride, man. Everybody's gonna ride their ride. I can hit Richard Eastman on right now and say, Rich, how you doing? I can hit a couple other guys. Pete, how did you do it? Hit Big John, hit Dave, hit anybody. And then I know Riot has some vertical issues going on, and but I have to say this, probably the biggest comeback that I've seen to get back in the game, other than yours, was probably Chris Hopper, man. I mean, Chris Hopper lost the whole day when his rear tire got hit and popped, and he was bad. But yeah. But like I said, each rider has their own style, their own get down, their own inspiration, own motivation. Indeed. Would you agree, Snow?
Oh, 100%. Definitely 100%.
Yeah. So I just seen somebody just come by, man, with something over your shoulder. I was trying to what in the world is going on? You got some people there at the bar with you?
I got there's like 10 or so devious individuals here, and they're all, where's the bartender? Give me a beer, I'm busy.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So tell us, man, what was the story behind the flamingo? What is the story behind the flamingo?
It's a slightly get that out of here. It's a slight long story. So Rochelle, the young lady on the picture right there, she was a member of AMVETS 29 out of Mount Clemens, which produced 4 or 5 Hoka Hey Riders, and her and some of the other women, the wives and girlfriends of the members, they started up this thing called Shenanigans Incorporated, Shenanigans Inc. And their claim to fame was they started flocking people. They would put, 15, 20 flamingos in the yard. They did this to a couple individuals in their organization there. And then they put out a post on Facebook and they're at their place that if you didn't want to be flocked, you had to buy insurance. And I think it was $25 to get the insurance. It was supposed to last a year, and that insured you from having your property flocked. And the money they raised was used for a needy veterans family, like for the holidays. They were raising money for some needy families that were veterans in our area. So I thought it was a good cause. And, I followed on Facebook for a bit, and then I decided to jump in and I made a donation. My donation was $100, figuring I'm good for the next 4 years. Well, it didn't work out that way. Shortly after my first year, I literally got a business style letter with the letterhead Shenanigans Inc. And on the side, it had all, the president, the treasurer, the board of the director of communication. It had all these, the names, even Michael Richardson, who's at the time our Tour of Honor sponsor for Michigan. He was involved in it. So I get this letter stating that my insurance has lapsed and I needed to re-up it. I was like, bullshit. I paid $100 I'm not doing it. So we kind of back and forth on Facebook and in person. And finally, I go to an event at the AMVETS Post. They had an event on a Friday or Saturday night. I don't remember now, wintertime. And when I come home, in front of my bar, there's like 20 damn flamingos stuck in the snowbank. And I just like, son of a bitch, what the hell? So the next day, I dig out my Springer out of the barn. And mind you, it's snow. The driveway, there's a video somewhere out there of me doing it. The driveway's all snow and ice, and the flamingos are stuck in the snowbank. And I took some rope and I tied it around all the flamingos' necks. Then I tied it to the saddlebag guards on my bike. And I got on my bike with just my biker boots and shorts and a tropical shirt. And I think a stupid trapper's hat or something. And I finally got the bike to hook up. It just kept spinning in the snow. I rocking it back and finally got the bike to hook up. And I drug all them flamingos out of the snowbank down around the corner of my driveway. So I posted that, and then that started a whole bunch of commotion. And then they started calling me the godfather of Smith's Creek. And, you just don't want to mess with me. I'm in charge around here. Don't mess with me. So I kept the flamingos. I kept all the flamingos. And then I started doing even stupider videos. And I mean, these things were cheesy. They were really cheesy videos, poorly done. I took one flamingo and I rubbed it down with olive oil, and I put in breadcrumbs and I put it on my grill and started carving it. And then, on the camera, I said, I was doing a cooking show, the other pink meat, I called it. So I sent them that video. And I took another one, I threw it in the stove and burned it up. And, you don't want to mess with the godfather of Smith's Creek. You're messing with the wrong guy here. And so it just went on and on, back and forth. And finally I ended up buying them. I bought like a case of flamingo, like 50 flamingos, and sent them to them so that they could flock more people and try to make more money. So it was just a little war kept going back and forth. So next thing I know, I got people like Dana Darcy and people in Florida and people sending me flamingos. I was getting flamingos in the mail. Yeah, I was getting flamingos from everybody.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It turned crazy.
Yeah,
we ended up doing we did do a fundraiser for them without them knowing. I got them to help cook up some side dishes for us, and Kenny Brown did a bunch of brisket, got some bands outside, and we ended up raising, I think, close to $4,000 for the AMVETS for needy veteran families. So I was pretty proud and happy about that for just a throw together party, out on my property. So
that's nice, man. And
that was a flamingo thing. I'm still here. I'm still hearing Shenanigans Inc. is out of business.
Oh man. But you were still here, and that's always great to see, man, when everybody get involved with you and the flamingos. It's just been fun seeing you. And that's part of the community, man. And that's one thing I want to touch on before we get ready to kind of like wrap it up. It's gonna be a short one today, but it's like the Hoka Hey is more than just a ride. And I want people to understand that. The Hoka Hey is more than just a ride. It is a community. It is a community where riders come together and form a group of individuals that have done something that's probably only 10% of the riders out there have done. So you form a bond. You form that camaraderie within the organization. You meet people that you only see
100%,
maybe every 2 years or once a year. You may see them at the rendezvous. You may see them at the next Hoka if you ride the challenge, or if you go to the taco run. That's when, the majority of the time that people get together. You'll see 100, 200 people gather, And like I say, if you're watching, if you're interested, some of the people that you follow, some of the people you may want to support, you can go to the annual taco run that's getting ready to come up next month. You can maybe say, okay, where you guys going to be at? If somebody drop a gauntlet, you may say, well, there's a gauntlet drop, which is a 24, 72-hour notice of a location that's going to be at, and maybe attend and meet some of these people, man. But it's a small group of people, and like I say, it's more than just a ride, because you wear that hat, you wear that sets, you wear the sets, as they're referred to as. Good deal. Doc, you got a question for him?
I do. What's one thing that I should take on a road if I was to do the Hoka Hey? What's one thing that I should take with me that you all take? It's a non-negotiable for you.
Well, I don't know what they call it for you ladies, but for us guys, they're dude wipes. I pick 4 or 5 packs of them. I kid you not. No, you laugh all you want.
Yeah, you're right.
I kid you not. You wake up in the morning, like there's times you're riding through the day and it's just you're sweltering, you're sweating, it's hot, it's miserable. You got that climb gear, that riding gear on, you're just dying. But then once you ride into the night, you say 1, 2 in the morning, temperatures have dropped, you're cooled off, you don't feel that stickiness anymore. But come morning, that first gas stop, and now you need to hit the bathroom, I load up. If I can't put that whole pack of dude wipes in my pocket, I load up 10, 12 of them. I pull out and stick them in my pockets, my armpits, the nuggets, the ass crack, your face. Obviously, you're not using the same one, but I swear by them. I swear by them. I wipe down, and you wipe your face off with a clean one, and you feel good and refreshed. You can literally survive without that shower. Like I got to stop taking a shower.
So let me ask you this question here. Let me ask you this question. Okay. Do you take showers while you're doing the ride? Will you pull into a truck stop and take a shower midway?
No, absolutely not. I did in 2018 at the beginning. The first 5 days we stopped, and That's the only time I've ever taken a shower. 2022 and 2024, no showers, just dude wipes. And I never felt overly gross. Is what it is, you know.
Right. You're going to get right out there, buddy. You're going to be
Market
right.
works for you, right?
You're going to be right out there.
Feminine wipe.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey, Solo, you showered?
Yeah. I will pull into a Love truck stop. I already know either a Love, Pilot, or who's another one? Flying J. And go to the truck stop side. I'll go in and I've learned to pack, man. Everything that I need and everything is disposable. Underwears, t-shirt, everything is disposable. Nothing's going back to the bike. It's just lighten the load. So I go in, take everything off, throw it in the trash can, get a good hot shower, throw the towel away, the rag away, and just keep going. Now, I will keep the towel. I will keep my towel because what I'll do is I'll hang it on the back and let it air dry as I'm riding. So the thing is man, and that refreshes me. That refreshes my body. It gets that dirt, that grime off of me, so I feel good, and my body can breathe. My pores are open, and that helps me stay awake. I'm telling all the secrets, man.
Well, how many? Go ahead.
Doc, not to interrupt, but the man is a living legend. The man can get hit by a deer and shower every day, and he still comes in first, way ahead of everybody else. It amazes me. I don't know how he does it.
Maybe only once or twice. But it's trust me, it's like a fire. It's like a fireman drill. You're running in, man. You don't no beeline, no going to Buc-ee's and walking around shopping, get some briskets, sandwiches. It's going in, handling your business, man, and get back out there. You know, that's just my technique. So Snowman, we're signed up. We're in the big show this year. How are you prepping for this year's ride?
The only thing I pretty much feel like I've got it down pat on the gear I need to take. So there's really not much to prep other than I got some long rides planned ahead of time. You know, God willing, everything goes okay. Maintenance on the bike is probably the biggest prep for me. You know, making sure the bike's going to be roadworthy and ready to go. That's my biggest prep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know you said you were doing Route 66. Is there going to be like a prep run for you for the bike?
Yes. Yeah. I plan on leaving. I think the Wednesday before the taco run, and I'm going to head right away to Chicago, and then get the first half done, and then once I get to Adrian, Texas, head to the taco run. Okay. And then middle of May, I'm already signed up with Southern California for the dinner on Saturday at the Big Texan.
I will see you there.
Then the photo op on Sunday, I believe it is.
Yep.
I'm signed up for that, and I'm going to try to knock out that last half in May, and then it's tough for me. I work full time, and then like I said, I got this hobby bar in the backyard, and so we've got events, and we've got one event going on during the taco run. I got another big event out here during the Hoka Hey, and so I got to get all my stuff in order and plan what rides I can do, what I can't do. So
right. I mean, he has a nice little hobby bar, Outlaw Pete's. Look it up. To say it's a hobby bar, you walk in, you look at it, and you see it, man. It's straight up. A lot of history there. Yes. You want to get your stickers on the wall. You just want to have a good time. It's friendly environment, man, and it's just a nice, cool, really cool hangout spot. Yeah. I wish somebody would throw a gauntlet. I think.
There's been gauntlets twice thrown here. Both times by Bruce Rhymes, by Hippie. Hippie
threw a gauntlet there, which is awesome. I wish somebody would throw another one down, man. Get some people up there to come and see you. But you also support Mile Monsters too, correct, sir?
I have, I have in the past. I've done some runs and raised some money and things like that. So yeah.
Okay, nice. Want to give those guys a shout out as well for what they're doing, what Ryder's doing over there. Joe and Bev said, "Love Outlaws, peace there." Indeed. And State Michigan, Upper Michigan.
No, the thumb. I'm in the thumb.
He's in the thumb. He's in the thumb of Michigan, man.
This is Upper Michigan.
Yeah, near Lake Kern. Let me flip over. So he's near Lake Kern. That's where he's at. Nasty. I know Nasty. He's going to be out there flying around a little bit as well. Doc, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Any final questions we have for the Snowman?
Yeah. If you can just sum up what Hoka Hey means to you in 1 or 2 words, what would those 1 or 2 words be?
Love and family.
Yeah. And
I like that.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Love and family. And like I say, it's bigger than the ride.
Can I do a quick shout out here for
You sure can.
Got right now here with me, I've got rider number 896.
Put him on.
Kenworth Brown. I've got rider 899, Richard Eastman, and I've got rider 1221 who did his first Hoka Hey in 24 and was a finisher. Scott,
get
Bear
those guys
Burrito
to come over.
Honey.
Yeah, get those guys to come over and introduce themselves, man. Come on over, guys.
I'm going to step just to the side.
Sure. Who do we have? Come on over. What's up, Rick?
Hey, Solo back.
Good deal, man. Introduce yourself tonight, man.
Richard
Introduce
Eastman,
yourself.
899. This will be my
Good deal.
lined up for 2026. It'll be the 5th run.
Okay. Nice.
Kenny Kenworth Brown, 896. I won't be doing it this year, but I'll be supporting y'all.
Okay, Kenny.
You're a finisher. I'm a finisher.
Oh yeah. Let me pull up your picture. I think I got a picture of you, Kenny. Yeah, go ahead. Who's that next gentleman up there?
Scott Huddy, 1221 Bear Burrito.
You riding this year, Scott?
I am riding this year, yes.
Yes, indeed, man. Make sure we get his number down, Doc. We're going to be following you guys on the big board. Hopefully we can get a tap in with you guys while you're out there. If you get time, we don't want to interrupt you, but if you just get time, we're going to try to give you a call and just do a little roadside interview, how things are going and how you're feeling. And we're definitely going to be following you guys on the big board, man.
Absolutely. Love to do that.
Yeah, Doc, anything you want to say to him?
Nope. Congratulations and good luck on your next run.
Indeed. All right, guys. Oh, man, I appreciate you letting those guys come in, man. I didn't know they were back there like that.
I appreciate you taking the time to let them come in.
Oh, yeah. Hoka Hey, man. Hoka Hey.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's all about. So listen, I'm going to just run through these slides right quick because I know I had something I wanted to show right quick to the audience tonight. And this was the check giving at the center. That big fella right there was one in the middle just a while ago.
Yep, Kenny Brown, and then Jeff Kutcher. He was the road president for or the riders president for the Eagles, for the Fraternal Order of Eagles, and then my fiance Rachel said that they rode with the rest of them on their bikes to get that check sent to them. Nice.
And I'll say again, man, I want to thank you for doing what you did as you carry. I keep killing it, man. I keep killing it, and I've carried it, and I just get Akita. I keep killing it. Akita. There you go, Akita. I keep killing it. But for what you did and meeting these kids and just being an inspiration to them, letting them hold to take the picture, and just getting out there representing for the whole organization.
I try to do my best and do it with honor.
Indeed. And also his sense of humor, folks, man, I want to share this.
Perhaps he took an unwearing look to the left. Or perhaps it was at over perpetuated hug you gave to an individual that lasted longer than and lingered more than it should have. Or perhaps it was a non-glancing look you made to the right. Either way, you let your guard down and you let a loved one slip between the fingers of your grasp. I'm letting you know that I now have your mini muffin and I'm holding it hostage. If you can't reach my demands or meet my demands by midnight tomorrow night, I'm going to start sending your little mini muffin back to you, piece at a time. My demands are this. I want $3.43 by midnight tomorrow, or you'll never see your muffin again. As of now, your little mini muffin is safe and sound in my grasp. But if you ever want to see that sweet little morsel again, $3.73 by midnight tomorrow. Do not contact the authorities. Do not contact other family members. This is between you and I. Thank you.
And yeah. What was up with that?
I don't even know
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Hey, and that's part of it, man. You got to have a sense of humor.
There's a golf course 5 driveways from my place, and they serve breakfast, and my aunt was there with a plate full of food. And when I went in to give her a hug, I reached behind and snagged her muffin from her and sent that video to her. That's how that all became.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Like I said, you got a few rides. You've done some big rides. I commend you for that, going up to the most northernest point, riding you've been up to the Cabot Trail. You're an SMA rider. You're an IBA rider. Your resume is there. Your qualifications are there. You're proven. You're certified. And I just want people to know that, just because you're humble with it, just because you don't put it out there like that, because you don't do a lot of social media, man, you've definitely done some good riding. And you contribute to the culture, the motorcycle long distance rider culture, and the Hoka Hey. So my hat off to you. I commend you. I thank you for coming on the show tonight. We greatly appreciate you taking the time out to do this, man, and inspiring the riders. That's what I really wanted them to hear about how you overcome your adversities on this ride and how it made you feel. So definitely want to thank you, man. Definitely.
Thank you both for having me on. It was an absolute honor. I mean, there's other folks out there more deserving than me, but thank you so much.
Indeed, man. Andy. So we're gonna give you an exit round of applause. Shoot me an address, and we're gonna get you something in the mail. All right. Definitely gonna send you some stickers so you can put some stickers up there on that wall, man. Or I'll come up there and just put them up there. But we definitely want to get some stickers up in there. Indeed.
Most of them on the mirror are from Hoka Hey Riders that have showed up there. I got 2 of them from Chris Hopper that he's actually autographed and stuck on there himself. So,
man, Chris Hopper autographed and stickers now, man. I love it. That's it right there, man.
He's a trendsetter.
He is, man. And really and truly, I think stickers, putting stickers up and stuff like that, I'm sure somebody inspired him to do it, but he really brought it to the forefront of long distance riders, man. So my hat off to Chris Hopper. Indeed. Well, all right, sir. We're going to just go ahead and let you exit stage left. We want you to be safe up there. Look forward to seeing you at the taco run, if you're going to make a taco run. And we look forward to seeing you God willing, and we look forward to seeing you on Route 66. You're going to be at the link up at the Midway for the SMA link up dinner and for the photo op at Midway down there. So I'll be down there as well. I'll be doing my Route 66 run that time frame. So when you head west, who knows, man, we may be linked up and get a couple of miles in together.
That'd be great.
Outstanding. All right, sir. Well, look, you have a good night and be safe.
You as well. Have a good night,
All
Doc.
right. Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Oh, Doc, man, that's what I say, man. Everybody has a story to tell. If you think you don't, you do. You know, if you think you don't, you do. Folks, it's been great having you on with us tonight. Of course, you know we're gonna do our giveaway. Doc.
Yep.
Let me pull that up right quick. We're gonna do our giveaway. So listen, type hashtag flamingo in the comments. You can do it on Facebook. You can do it on YouTube. And we're going to be giving away a free promo pack tonight. And we still got some stuff that needs to go out. But we want to thank everybody for joining us right here on Riding With KSolo Podcast show on Hoka Hey Talk, where we try to highlight the unsung riders from across the country that's out there making an impact, a positive impact in the motorcycle community. Would you agree, Doc?
I would agree. Totally inspiring.
Yeah. And we get some good feedback too, man. We get some good feedback from the podcast. I had a meeting with a gentleman today, and so we get some really good positive feedback. So that made me feel good to hear that. Indeed. So ladies and gentlemen, if you would just go here for the next 30 seconds, as I run this outro, just go ahead and type hashtag flamingo in the comments to be entered for the free giveaway. 30 seconds. All right, and we're back, folks, and we're back. These are going to be the dealership they're going to be riding to this year. I just want to give those guys out, the supporters of the 2026 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. Just trying to be a big supporter of the whole organization and the event. So listen, folks, we're going to go ahead and pull this up. You know how we do it. Got about 25 people in there tonight, Doc. We got about 25 people, Doc.
That's what's up. Good luck, guys. And MacGyver, I need MacGyver's address. I told him to inbox me from 2 weeks ago. MacGyver 1.
MacGyver, you gotta get that information to us, guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I may have it, Doc. I'm gonna double check. Man, who is that? We had a lot of people drop that in there. All right. Well, listen, we're gonna go ahead and hit this button. You ready, Doc?
Let's go.
Here we go. Who is it? Who's it going to be tonight? Oh. Who is it? Oh. Congratulations, Dana. Congratulations for winning tonight's free giveaway. You're going to get a free promo pack. We're going to get it in the mail to you. Inbox me on Facebook Messenger with a mailing address so we can ship everything out to you. I know some stuff is a little bit behind, but we're going to get ready to get it out, folks. It's going to be in the mail, and we're going to take care of everybody, all of our winners, because we love giving stuff away free. Doc, what do you have coming up this weekend? Anything in special? Any locations you're going to be at where people can come meet the impeccable Doc Remy?
Nope, not this weekend. I got some community service going on around Nashville. That's it.
Nice. That is awesome. So I got some stuff I'll be doing locally, kind of show my support to a couple of MCs. So I'll be on somebody's set, showing some love. You see them just come up, shake my hand, man. And I'm all about taking pictures. I'm nobody famous, but at the same time, I love the motorcycle community. I love the people that's being a positive influence in the motorcycle community. And that's what it's all about. Also, shout out to Revolution Cigars. Yes, I will have some cigars at the RT and at the Taco Run. I will have some stogies at the taco run. So make sure you pick up one of those legendary sticks. So listen, folks, we're going to go ahead and get ready to exit stage left. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. Doc, we right at a minute, 1 hour and 30 minutes. We just started, man. So we're getting close. We're cutting it down. All right, Doc.
You tired of getting rolled up, ain't you?
I'm tired of getting counseling statements, man. I'm standing on the mat. Hey, come on over here, man. Watch your time. All right, folks. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. And remember, aspire to inspire. And if you do that, you'll definitely be legendary. Y'all have a good evening.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Most Wanted, in the building. You already know the vibes. Inspired by KSolo the Rider. If you haven't tapped into the podcast yet, you're missing out. Go check it out, catch a vibe, and get inspired. If you're already tuned in, keep that energy flowing and that podcast on lock. This your girl, Most Wanted. I'm out.
What's up, everybody, including Lottie Dottie? You already know what it is. It's your boy Retro. We in the building, and you already know we ride with KSolo the Rider. It's a privilege. It's an honor. Make sure you tune into the podcast, and you will be inspired. If you don't believe me, tune in and see. Your boy Retro told you so.
Yo, it's your girl A Boogie. Big shout out to KSolo the Rider, holding it down with the Riding with KSolo Podcast. If you love the open roads, good vibes, and real rider talk that hits home, this is where it's at. Keep it locked in, keep it rolling, and remember, like KSolo always says, be legendary.